Hello, my friend. I hope you're living your most fearless life. If you're new to this channel, my name is Minnie Mac, and I'd like to welcome you to the very first episode of Mixin with Mac. This is going to be a mishmash of all kinds of things. As you know, I'm back doing shift work as a cook. So this is going to start off a little bit rocky. We're not going to really know which days and times I can be available. For now, we're shooting for Wednesday evenings. I'll keep you posted if and when that changes. It will always be on Wednesdays, though. Eventually, this will be completely music related, but for now, I just want to roll week by week and see where it goes. A huge thank you to Bobby Nic for helping me run this. With me working shift work, I don't have the time or the energy to do all the behind the scenes stuff. So bow down, big round of applause to Bobby Nic. Thank you so much for all of this.
Hey, no problem. It's my pleasure to help you out.
We do have a few guests this evening. Currently, I have a coworker with the company I am with doing cooking. She's a housekeeper. She's currently just putting her daughter down for a nap so that we can interview her. But I've got 7 questions lined up that I want to ask as many people who are willing to come on camera and just kind of see the variations in answers and maybe pick up some interesting mental health techniques, or who knows. Let's see where it takes us. Do we want to bring everyone in now in case they have questions they want to ask?
Okay, yeah, I think we should. Let's start with Andrew the Giant.
Andrew the
Hey,
Giant.
Andrew.
Hi. I'm
Hello, handsome.
On another podcast. Good. Thanks for having me on. As you can see, I'm all over the place. Get a basement, studying my own stuff. Now I'm here.
Don't forget the sports heads.
The sports heads. My schedule is jam-packed.
And when are all these shows, Andrew?
My lives are whenever I feel like it. Mostly after a game, so I can give you recaps and everything. So my channel is turning into a sports recap channel of the day where I go live after a game, talk about it, and then
and I did not put that in the ticker, but you can follow Andrew Flora on YouTube. He goes live whenever he goes live, but he's fun. He's fun to watch.
Yes, he is. And you can't pass on that beautiful smile.
That's
no.
Right. That's a handsome smile. That's a handsome man right there.
No. And who else do we have, Bobby Nic?
We got JJ coming from her car.
Hey. Well,
hi, JJ.
correction. Mom's car.
Well, yes.
Mom's car.
And Buddy.
Correct. And Buddy, yes.
JJ featuring Buddy.
Yeah. The whole family.
I'm going to be eating during this.
You do whatever you like, Andrew.
So
do what you gotta do, buddy.
You do you, baby.
I'm going to try not to eat very messy, but don't mind me.
We don't mind you, honey. You're welcome to do as you please.
No.
Okay. Thanks.
It's fun to watch you eat, Andrew. It's fun.
Hey, we could call this a mukbang, right?
Yeah.
Mukbang with Andrew the Giant.
Yeah. Right? And we got one more person. We got one more person to introduce here. Here's Stormy.
Hi.
Hello.
Pardon the noise because I've got a kid who didn't know how to stay in her room.
That's okay. We've got one trying to fall asleep here right now too.
Yeah.
Can we discuss shift work and people with disabilities?
Absolutely.
For sure.
What do you mind?
Not at all.
I'm potentially looking for a job because I want to get out there and get a little bit more money myself. Cause $100 a month ain't shit.
No, that doesn't get you very far, does it?
Nope.
I don't know off the top of my head what you could do for shift work. Like, what I mean by shift work is people who work on a 2 or 3 week rotation at a time. For example, myself and Izzy work 21 days in a row. But it's
But I
all
need to find
physical jobs,
something.
right?
Yep.
Have you ever considered maybe being like a greeter or a host somewhere?
The problem is I could only work certain hours or I'm losing my benefits.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know a bunch where shift work you could do, and then you would definitely lose your benefits with that because you work so much, right? You wouldn't need benefits.
But eventually, I don't want to live off benefits. I want to get good enough to get off the benefits so I can work. Like, you know what I mean?
What about working just on your channels and growing financially in that department?
You could try that, Andrew. Yeah.
You are trying that. Just keep trying it. One of us is bound to take off eventually, honey.
Eventually.
Just a matter of which one of us. And you know we're all going to take care of each other. So
one of you help me with that if I were to take off.
Hey, I'm always here, buddy. I will definitely help you out.
There. I don't really know how. That's like Bobby Nick's running all the behind the scenes stuff here for me.
Did you look into the Special Olympics, Andrew, that are in your area?
That'd be something to look into, yeah.
Just to be an announcer, even if you're not getting paid at first, it could give you other opportunities later.
I don't give a crap about money. I'll do it for free.
You do that one for free.
Involvement and people and connections you make will lead you somewhere, maybe.
And you've already got an online resume of reporting sports.
True.
Yeah.
True. Oh, we got another guest. Here's BF.
Oh, hi everybody.
Yeah.
How you doing? We'll be mixing. How's everybody doing? Oh, we can do that.
There we go. Yeah.
I come on my toys. Hi, Stormy. Hi, JJ. I see y'all. Hi, I see y'all on the go, huh?
Well, I'm actually sitting in my car to escape from my kids.
That's the best way, huh?
Good choice. Good choice.
It's not moving.
It's funny. I used to enjoy being in my shed when they were younger.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
limited.
Is that your man cave, BF?
It was for a time. It was my escape. Yeah, it was like literally, yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to thank everybody for bringing me in and treating me like family. All of us. It's just an awesome thing we have going on here.
It really is, isn't it?
Hey, buddy, we love you so much, man. You have no idea. You're a joy to watch all the time. Even when when we're busting on you, we love you. We're laughing with you, not at you.
Never.
So
thank you for saying that, Andrew. That was very sweet.
Should we get into the questions?
Yes,
we can do that. Sure. Before we get into the scripted questions, does anybody have any questions for me?
Again, excuse me here. I'm eating well on stream, so don't mind me.
Oh,
enjoy your food.
It's all good. So does anybody have any questions about shift work for Minimac? Anything anybody can think of?
Is this your first job in shift work?
No, my first time was back in 2006.
Janice is back.
Sorry,
what happened
the pharmacy
there?
called.
Okay.
What was your first job, if you don't mind me asking?
It was McDonald's.
Do you like this job?
I actually do. I really love my job.
Yeah, my first job was in fast food as well. I used to work 1 day a week on the weekends with a friend of my father's, and I'd be like a gopher. They say go for this and go for that, so that would be me. I'd be the
Yeah.
gopher, and so I'd get paid like $20 a day, and that was like $1 million to me back in those days. But my first actual legit shift job where they took taxes out was in fast food as well. Yeah,
Mine was too.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It started with cooking and it's ending with cooking. It's kind of neat. I mean, if you can call McDonald's cooking, but it's cooking for a
Woman, your life is just beginning. You don't know where life is going to lead you.
Good point, Andrew. Good point. Yeah,
she's young.
You said ending, and you're not really. I didn't really think. Hopefully, you're not ending anything.
No. I just meant like that's where my career would end. Is I'd like to step up into being a chef, and then I think the ultimate is at the end there, right?
That's cool.
Do you see you doing this for the rest of your life?
No, absolutely not.
Okay, good. Because
No.
we got some stuff to do here that we're planning.
Yes, I want to have that happen as soon as possible. It's just a matter of finances, which I'm working very hard on acquiring right now.
And another thing, sorry I haven't been talking to you. It doesn't mean I haven't been thinking about you. I know you've been busy with a ton of shit. So
yeah, no, same to you, sweetie. I work in 12-hour days. It's a hectic life.
Just giving you time, but doesn't mean I'm avoiding you or anything like that.
I never thought you were, my dear.
You can pick up where you left off. That's the best connections and friendships.
Yep. For sure.
Distance and then pick back up.
And it's not like it's been that long. I'm just a little bit
No. Sure.
We've went me and Minnie Mac have went like a couple years sometimes without speaking, and we pick up right where we left off.
Yeah, I have friends like that as well. And they're like I was saying, that's not even family. They're just like friends, and it's the same thing you are describing. I can not talk to them for a year or two. We call and get together when our schedules combine, and it's like we've been talking to each other every day.
I had that with a friend over the summer. I haven't seen this guy in 2 or 3 years. We picked up immediately where we left off. It's like we've been talking all along.
Exactly. Yeah.
That is the sweetest thing in the world. It's like, oh wow.
Dependability and stability.
So I guess you're talking about shift work and how shift work relates to life, because that can have a dramatic effect on your social life and your friends, because your friends have different job needs and work different shifts, and all of a sudden the things that you need to do for your life don't jive out, and you end up finding friends because of the situations that you're in for a period of time. So.
Yeah, one of them sitting right here, hoping her daughter will fall asleep so she can come and join us.
Oh, there you go. Right.
Yeah.
So.
It's okay.
I'm hearing
melatonin
background noise.
Well, we're in a hotel. I'm actually home unexpectedly. I'm back in Edmonton temporarily, unexpectedly. So don't think she brought any with her.
Yeah.
What were you saying, Andrew?
I'm hearing buzzing noise.
Yeah, I caught some feedback somewhere too. I wondered if it wasn't just Janice in the pharmacy. Oh no, she's muted.
Yeah, she's muted. I think it might be Stormy's case. Remember last time?
Yeah, it's off.
Oh, it's off.
Yeah, what is going on?
And I got these that bad.
It's not that bad. It's not
I hope not.
distracting.
What are you eating, Andrew?
Just leftovers.
Yeah, but I'm so curious what it is. It looks like ravioli.
chicken parmesan, little eggs, and little veggies.
Hey.
Boiled.
Wow. Yeah, how about that? Chicken parm, eggs, and veggies. That's an interesting diet.
I'm
Yeah.
so happy to be here with you guys.
Hey, for
This
sure, man.
actually made my day.
So
I
happy
did
that
Alright.
you're celebrating with some chicken parm.
Yeah.
I was
There we
kind
go.
of bored, so this kind of makes me less bored.
Hi, Les.
Just kind of? Gee, thanks, Andrew. I'm going to take that compliment to the grave. You know what? I'm going to write it in my notebook right now.
You just got the, I think you just got
Kinda
the less joke.
bored.
This kind of makes me less bored, Andrew.
Yeah. Quotes by
Am I still
Andrew.
buzzing?
You seem to be better
Am
now.
I buzzing
Yeah.
anymore?
No, you're good now.
I
Sounds good to me.
found some headphones with the mic.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty good. Very good.
I tried to walk up to Superstore to get some today, but their electronics aisle, you can't even call an aisle.
No.
I probably have like
If you
kids
Can-
yuck in my phone somewhere too.
After
Can you
this
hear
break,
me?
could we come up with future topics to talk about on the show?
When we're done with this topic, maybe. We haven't even gotten into this one yet.
Yeah,
Steve.
let's finish this one first.
Yeah.
The topic of the next show will be future topics for the next shows.
There
Yeah.
we go. Yeah.
No, we know we're going in a music direction at the end. We just got to get the money out.
Like, what do you mean, like?
Well, and you know, on that note, actually, we can start doing that on my days off. We can do it once a month. We can start that right away. Like when I'm on my days off. I'm not on real days off right now. I don't really know exactly. I'm in limbo.
Check my channel. Recently, I did a whole concert.
He did like an hour and a half or something.
You sure did.
Wow.
He was
I
just
missed
singing his
that.
heart out.
I'll go check it out. But we can start that right away. When I actually am on my real days off,
I gotta ask you a question, Andrew. Did you get any strikes from that, or did you get any
I did not. Amazingly,
no copyright claims? Okay,
I did not.
Were you playing the music while you were singing?
Yes.
Yeah,
wow.
he was.
Lucky.
Singing along with it.
Yeah, he was
I
singing
think
on
if
like
it
with
plays off as
actual
like
music.
karaoke, it'll be okay.
I don't know. Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe that's a rule. I have no
Maybe
idea.
drowned out enough of it, you know.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, I didn't plan on having it playing on the show just to be safe. I was just gonna pull a one headphone bit myself.
Yeah.
We could look everything up to be sure about that, but we couldn't do some research on it.
Or we could just play the lyrics on the screen and sing along. And
What's Andrew want? Andrew want to sing a duet? He want to sing a duet with you? He want to sing "I Got You, Babe" or something like that?
Probably.
There'll be lots of duets, I hope.
Oh, we would have to record that. That would be
I'm not a
fun.
singer, so count me out for that.
That's
Oh,
fair.
come on, Stormy.
I sound awful.
I'm
It
not
won't
sure any
just
of us
be
are. That's
singing,
probably
though,
would be the
like-
funny part about it.
Yeah, that'll be the entertaining part.
Oh my
I would
God.
like to do deep dives on songs and like really get into the lyrics and what the meanings
Yes,
mean to each of
yes.
us, right?
Yes, please.
Not everybody's got to sing. It's not a
Yeah.
prerequisite.
Yeah,
I know
and
Andrew's a big
everybody
song
can
guy and a
interpret it
big
different too.
Mhm.
Bobby Nick,
Yeah, that
do we
is
want
true.
to finish this interview or what?
Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead.
I'm sorry,
and,
I got
ask
coming a little
questions.
late, turning on all my toys. I didn't see the very beginning of the show.
What
Oh, that's
is
all right,
your
that's all
least
right.
favorite part about shift work?
Oh, damn! Andrew's actually asking a question.
He's pulled a question out of the script. Out of the
Yes.
scripted question. The least favorite part, and I tried not to think too much about these questions for myself because I wanted to be as candid and upfront as possible with them.
Correct.
I feel like probably the fact that a lot of people that are doing it aren't capable of maintaining a healthy mental mindset. They let the stress really get to them, and no matter where your mental health is at, you're still human. You know what? Let me rephrase. No matter where my mental health is at, I'm still human. And when people freak out for what I see as no reason, it still affects me, and it's still not pleasant.
Yeah.
So that's probably the worst part, is the people who aren't cut out to do it that are up there doing it anyway.
For sure.
Right.
And then maybe we should then move into what is the best part of it.
The structure and routine. Call me institutionalized, label it whatever you will, but knowing for the most part that you can count on, this is my shift, this is what I have to come in and do every day, this is who I'm going to see today. It's very structured, and that provides me a lot of comfort. I don't like instability, right? So
for sure.
So you like the regimen, you like the expectations, you like you just said, you're going to see certain people, you're going to be doing certain tasks every day.
Yeah, I walk in and they say our head count is 167. I know times that number by 2.5. That's how many sandwiches you make, how many grab and goes you make, etc. It's just it also leaves space to do a lot of thinking because it becomes muscle memory, at least for me specifically, right? But I feel like a lot of shift work is probably very similar. I can only speak to the hospitality side.
Right. What shift are you doing, if you don't mind me asking?
I was on the 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. shift, which is the breakfast service shift, which is my favorite shift. There's less people around, less management around. I get to eat fresh breakfast every morning, no matter what.
Nothing wrong with that.
Tough at adapting to the schedule, but once you get into it, it's nice.
For sure. And you got another question, Andrew?
So how do you balance friendships and work schedule with a shift schedule with such a harsh shift schedule?
Well, as you mentioned earlier, you and I haven't been in a ton of contact, which isn't like us. We do speak fairly often. So the relationships outside of work have kind of been put on the back burner, but I make friends while I'm there. And those are the people that I'll share my time with, and I vent to them and they vent to me. And there's always somebody on that shift that I can connect to. We are all very like-minded up there working that kind of work, right? So it's easy to make connections.
Yeah, and it is interesting because they say you end up having like work family, or some people even go as far as saying they have like a work brother, sister, or my work spouse or whatever, because
absolutely
you realize that you're if you do a job every day, especially those kind of hours, you're with those people literally more hours in the day a week than you are with your own
240 hours a month
than with your own family, and so you can't help but establish relationships with them. So yeah, the shift work, and yeah, when you decide to work and how it fits in with your life, it's all part of it. Yeah, and it all determines a lot of your outcome of your life.
Yeah, for sure. And in fact, when I started doing this in 2006, I was a union worker, and I was a union worker for 2006 to 2007. And then I went back 2014 to 2017, and we all call each other brother and sister in the collective and to each other's faces. And I've actually tried doing that with the non-union company that I'm working with now. And it does create a little bit of a deeper bond and a connection, I feel like, from my experiences.
Yeah, I think it comes by way of the friendships, like you say, that you establish. Not so much about being union or non-union, but like you said, being really being relatable brothers and sisters, and knowing that you're going to be there for a certain amount of hours a day, and we're kind of in this together, and let's get along and work together to
The
get us
phrase that is used
these days
very
together.
often is "we're all in this boat together. Let's just
Yeah, it
ride
sounds
these
corny,
waves."
but if people really grasp that and go, hey, look, we all got to do this. There ain't no sense in crying over it. Let's just all put in, get our elbow grease together and figure out a most efficient way to get through this day. For
I
all of
wish
us.
That's
every
why
workplace
I'd
was
like
like
to
that.
have a meeting.
It wouldn't it be if people just understood that little thing,
That's what I feel like I have with my podcast family. I see more of you guys than my own blood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel the same way.
Ditto.
I mean,
And we talked about that in other episodes. It's not only blood that makes family, Andrew, and we're all discovering that every day, right?
Like, half the time the reason why I don't text you all the time is because I don't want us to get bored of each other.
Yeah. There's time, and that's funny because we all do kind of chat with each other, and there are times where somebody else is peaking and more eager to chat at a certain time where maybe you're kind of wound down and you're not really in a mood to be cranking on the keyboard. And it's not that I don't want to see your message, it's just that I happen to be at a different mental part of my day, and I'm not really jamming on the phone at that particular time. But at some point I will pick up my phone and then go, okay, here's everybody, and let's get out the likes and do what I have to do. But I do detach from it. And it's good, Andrew, for all people.
But yeah, I notice a lot. I'll message BF, and then he might see it, and then he might not respond. And then sometimes when he responds, then it's like, boom. There he is.
Then I hit him. Then it's like, here we go. Yeah, we're gonna talk about this shit now. So, and I just gotta hope that it jives out with everybody else's mood and whatever they're into and whatever they're doing. Because sometimes I do work. I work 8 hours a day. I work from 7 to 3:30 every day, a regular shift job. And I try to come up with ideas, and we're always talking and chatting and producing the show in between. So it's very challenging mentally to have my mind in all these different places and my hands in my machines and I'm talking to Bobby, Nick, and all. And even though I enjoy it, it's still a lot of mental work, and it's something that I had to learn to adjust and try to fit it in my day and my schedule.
Absolutely. I can totally relate to that. It does give you different ideas and opportunities, though, when it's not just podcast family discussing. I was actually originally going to do a video this week about one of my coworkers I was speaking to about wanting to grow culturally, religiously, spiritually, just really open my mind to a lot of the things that are out in the world and not just in Western culture. And
JJ is back on her computer.
I was
gonna
ask
home base.
I was gonna ask
finally home.
Guys who is religious, because
say again, sorry.
I was gonna open it up and ask who's religious, because I'm Christian, non-denominational. Maybe we could talk about religion a little bit. Not all the time, but have something in common to talk about.
We can pray together with Andrew.
I gotta take off my hoodie. I am overheating.
Okay.
She's on fire.
Yeah, no,
I
feel
back
like
to her home
there
base.
probably will be a lot of religious talk on the channel, especially when I start doing more traveling, which I plan on starting right away. Like, I'm going to work on getting my passport tomorrow.
I wish that I was more capable to do that, because I would be right by your side and doing it with you.
I am.
You know what? That's sweet, and I wish that it was easier for you to travel too, but I'm extremely eager to do it by myself. I don't
Oh.
want anybody to come with me.
I just want to go just to see things.
Yeah, see, and I want to go for very different reasons, and that's why I don't want a travel partner. I want to
Yeah.
just be able to go, let my mind be wide open, and go with no plans.
Be spontaneous.
Yeah.
Because I've only been to 2 states in my entire life. Wisconsin and Michigan. Boring. Boring, boring, boring.
I mean, that 70s show doesn't seem to think so.
Yeah, true enough. Yeah.
But I'm tired of living boring life. I didn't experience anything. I haven't.
You know, Andrew, I can relate to that. I haven't really experienced much myself. I haven't even been out of my own province. So I've not traveled anywhere. The furthest I've gone is Calgary, which is about like 5 hours, maybe 4 or 5 hours from where I live. So it's
I'm glad you said hours and not kilometers, because I would have had no idea.
Well,
I didn't want to have to do math tonight, you know.
Yeah.
I'm pretty directionally challenged, so I probably wouldn't have. I wouldn't know how many kilometers it is away, or miles for that matter. Should we get to the rest of the questions?
Yeah,
Please.
sure.
Okay. How long have you been working shift work?
Well, I did that one. I did
did
it
you?
in 2006 to 2007, and
Oh,
then 14
right,
to
okay.
17, and now I'm back again.
Okay, yeah. Let's move on then. What have you learned that you may otherwise not have if not for shift work?
It's kind of
That's
like
good
a
question.
time machine. It is one of those very rare little bubbles in the world that takes a lot longer to catch up to what's going on outside of the bubble.
We have a person right here that does shift work. We could ask her some things.
He wants to,
Is
he wants to do
is
an
that the
interview and eat.
feeding you?
Yeah.
Is that Buddy, JJ?
What other types of work are there other than shift work? I guess I'm not sure if I know or not.
So shift work is from like
The topic is
people who go away and work weeks at a time.
Okay,
Right,
so like
so
you're
it's-
away from your home and everything is what you mean?
Yeah.
Okay,
it's
I
like
thought
a
you meant shift
14
work like. Whoa.
Go ahead.
Okay, this is good. This is good to clarify this. Yes.
Well, in the States, we call shift work like working a shift is like working an 8-hour day, 8 to 10, 12-hour day. That's like shift work. That's like type of work, as opposed to like having a career in like maybe
Yeah.
in clerical work or being a scientist or something like that.
Right.
So, but you define something different as far as shift work. You're saying where it's you like go off for long periods at a time and do a particular job. Is that am I understanding that correctly?
Correct. Yeah.
So, let's say you're a sports broadcaster, like a job I want to potentially get into. Is that shift work or?
I think that just boils down to where you come from. I've never bothered getting hung up on terms. Actually, Bobby, Nick, and I were discussing this earlier today. I said, I don't give a shit if you want to call this a podcast or a show or like the terms aside. I just want to get into the nitty gritty of stuff. So even if we are just talking Monday to Friday, 9 to 5 or part-time work, the original idea behind this was somebody who works out of town for an extended period of time. But I really don't care to get hung up on the labels.
Okay. Yeah.
So bad.
And really comes down to, sometimes you have to do a job because of a certain station, wherever you're at in your life, and the job you have to create your lifestyle around the job. And I think ideally what people should want to work to is to have the job that can fit the lifestyle that you want eventually, to where you can determine that, it's something like if you're doing like long days of work, but you're doing that for a goal, that's perfectly fine. You have to do that at some point to get yourself to to the other side of that. So I guess I'm just trying to understand where you're at in that process. And
Getting too close there.
Well, that's kind of a balancing act I'm trying to play right now, because a big part of me would like to spend some time being a chef. I feel like I could run a really smooth sailing ship, and I would like to try and take some time to be a first cook and then a chef. But also my heart is in, producing content and self-help videos and, just chit-chatting at podcasts. So I flip-flop right now. The plan is to make enough money, which happens pretty quickly doing what I do, to just travel. And I'm hoping the travel will help take off the YouTube channel, and then I can just commit myself to, all day, everyday content, basically. Not with cooking involved either. Mostly mental health direction.
yeah, what's it called? You're calling your show Mixin with Mac? Is that what we're calling it? What you call it?
Yeah. Yeah, we were tossing around ideas, and I've realized that Andrew and I do want to eventually make this particular podcast solely about music. It's really difficult for me to pull that off right now, but the title still works because we're just talking about a little bit of everything, right?
Yep.
Mixin with Mac. What's up, girl?
And
Hey, I got one for you.
Yes, I love it.
It's an excuse, but it's going to be my job.
Let's just mute Andrew for a minute here.
Yeah, what did he say? It's going to be his job. That's the last
I
thing he
think
said.
so. Yeah.
Everything.
I
Okay.
might had
Oh, she's gone. What's going on?
Okay,
podcasting.
that's what you want to be your job.
I'm seriously thinking about having podcasting as my job, because working such and such hours is not good for me. And I'm good at talking like this, and I see I could make money doing this.
Do you know what I'm also noticing this evening, Andrew?
What?
You have a natural knack for interviewing.
You do.
Sure
You
did.
came
You
up
had
with
some
so
fine
many
questions at the beginning, brother.
Yes.
You sure did. 100%.
Yeah. Yeah, they were all good.
I'm not just patronizing you. Those were very good
Absolutely.
questions.
You really do have a natural knack for interviewing. We just bounced off each other instinctually. It was flawless.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
it really was.
that's a good big compliment.
You were relating to her on what she was discussing with you at the time. I could tell you were really grasping it, and you really cared about follow-up
Good
questions.
communication skills.
Absolutely.
That's right.
And I tried to get you guys back on topic, even though you were getting off topic. Did you see that?
Yes, we are all so good at getting off topic.
Steering
And
the
I
ship.
love when it goes off. You never know where a podcast is gonna roll, right?
So I gave you a question. I gave you a question to get back on topic. Did you see that earlier?
Which one?
About shift work and
Mm-hmm.
Well, they're all about shift work, but yeah. We get what you're saying, though.
Which do you prefer? Day shift, night shift, or graveyard shift?
That's a good question, actually.
With the company I'm with right now, there are only 2 shifts, 8 p.m. to 8 a.m., which is my favorite, or 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. When I was in the union, though, as a dishwasher, I worked 3 a.m. to 1 p.m., and that was my favorite. It's a weird time.
The world has changed so much, because you used to have people just working like full-time day jobs, and then it was daytime, nighttime, of course. Then it was the daytime, middle time, then it's 24 hours, and now people are making their own shifts, quite literally. With things like
you guys know me,
Uber and things like this, and delivery.
Oh yeah.
You
Hold
guys
on one
know.
second. Izzy's phone's going off. I just want to turn it off.
You guys know me. I'm a bit better graveyard person, because
Yeah.
That is your time, yeah. Well, it's funny because I literally ordered these headphones off of Amazon. I needed them pretty quickly, but so I typed it in and they're like, we can have them to you at like between 4 a.m. and 8 a.m. in the morning. And that's kind of what they offered. I'm like, hell, if you offer, what the hell, So
Wow.
like people are literally like delivering stuff like between 4 in the morning. I had like the camera went off outside, them delivering these headphones. So just like people are just working whatever schedules, either that they need to fit around their lifestyle or just because they need the money, obviously.
I
But
think that COVID opened a lot of employment opportunities
For sure, yeah.
stuff
it
like
sure
that.
did.
I mean,
It forced people out of their comfort zones, and it
yeah,
made people say, well, like they wouldn't have done it otherwise, but hey, now that I have to do this, I'm going to
yeah,
figure it out. I'm going to do it. And people have
yep.
stayed there, and now there are many jobs that are just vacant.
Like grocery pickup, I think I am in love with that.
A
Yeah.
lot of people are. Yeah.
Online shopping is so much more convenient, and I don't care if they didn't pick the best produce or if I have to have a substitution. I am all for the online shopping.
Yeah. Yeah, my
It's way better.
son doesn't go into stores or anything like that. So I'm limited like what I can do anyways, traveling and going in places. So like that opened new doors that accommodate my lifestyle anyway. So it helped a lot.
Yeah, I
Right.
mean, you're right. Something good and bad comes from everything in life, and there
Yeah.
was a lot of these good news services that came because of COVID, because we were forced into that situation. And
Like I
Yeah.
said, I don't think shift work is the best for me because getting out is not. So
Right.
I would rather work from home.
And there's
Well,
more jobs than ever now to work from home for.
if
Yep.
it
yeah, there
was
sure are.
easier for you to
Ready? Here
get
we go.
out and about, would you prefer to work out if it wasn't so
Yes.
difficult to get around?
Yes. Yes, because I'm very social. I like being around
You know
people.
that.
Mm-hmm. Social butterfly.
Yes, very much.
Hmm.
But it's kind of difficult for me now because of COVID. COVID's still a real thing, and I'm still
It's true.
scared to get it.
It's
Yeah,
true.
especially
Yeah,
in
well,
that group
Andrew,
setting.
you have had it what 2 or 3 times now?
Twice.
Oh my god.
Twice, yeah.
I've had it
Did
too.
you
It's
get
not fun.
vaccinated?
Yes, I
Weird.
have. I
Yeah, I think
have.
he had
Actually,
around the
my
4th of
son was
July holiday.
vaccinated. He got it too.
You have outside caretakers that come in though. I mean, you're still liable, it's still kind of a situation where you could still get it, and not have control over that. It's just
Yeah, that's
It can be
true
brought
too.
in.
Yeah.
That's what was happening
Mhm.
at the nursing homes early on. It was being brought in.
Yeah.
That happened to my dad, yeah.
Did it?
He's in a
Sorry to
nursing
hear
home,
that.
so yeah.
He was okay though.
Yeah, he got through it like a champ.
Yep.
I even didn't miss a show while having COVID.
No, you
This is how-
didn't,
No,
Andrew.
didn't.
We were
this is
pretty
how
impressed.
This is how dedicated I am to this stuff. Like, I do not miss a show unless I'm out having a baseball game or really, 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 really sick and on my ass.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I think it would take quite a bit for Andrew to miss a show.
Are
Not
you
even COVID
allowed to
stopped it, so.
broadcast from live events like that, or is that breaking some kind of rule?
I don't know. That's a good question.
From what? The ball games or what?
Yeah, if Andrew were to do a show live from a game.
I think if he did it on a regular basis and got their attention, they would eventually crack down on it. But if he went there and like did a Facebook Live, I've done Facebook Lives from like concerts and baseball games, and then they haven't got shut down or anything.
Yeah.
But if he does like this is the Andrew show every week, they're going to pick up on it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, would you recommend shift work?
If your mental health is in check and you're prepared to make a lot of sacrifices and be open to the shifts changing. And like I said, I'm back in Edmonton unexpectedly, somewhat out of nowhere, but you get used to that stuff, right? You know that it all just kind of comes full circle and you just got to roll with the waves. As long as you're prepared, then I definitely do, because it's a great way to just build up some finances to get to whatever's really important to you in life. It's a money making scheme, but you're earning it in all the right ways. You know what I mean? Like it's a quick buck.
An interesting job along those lines of thinking is the Alaskan crab fishermen that you see on Deadliest Catch, who go out for weeks or months at a time, and they get, they'll make in a matter of 6 to 8 weeks what many people don't even make in a year. They'll make that on those crab fishing boats, and they're literally set for the year if they spend the money right. And so but that's a sacrifice. That's just a level of that. I don't how many how many of us could accept, but I mean the amount of money has to be enticing, knowing that you could make 80 to 150,000.
Get you a drink, Andrew.
Yeah, dude.
That's what I'm choking on.
It went down the wrong pipe, huh, brother? Went down the wrong pipe.
I don't know. I think those guys on the fishing boats face a lot more danger and a lot more high stress than anything I have ever encountered doing this.
Right, but it just goes to the mentality of what people think is acceptable and what they will accept or do to make money or to for themselves in life. Yeah,
it does,
and to survive.
Really show you how far you can push your limits, though. I surprise myself pretty regularly with what I'm capable of in regards to the amount of physical labor I do, sometimes on very little sleep. Night shift. I'm woken up quite often by camp attendants by accident. And I'm one of those people that if I'm woken up, like, I'm up. Now I want to go have a cigarette, and I'm up for a while, if not for the rest of the day. So you get to find out what you're really made of up there.
I can imagine,
It's testing and trying, but rewarding too, in my opinion. So yeah, I would recommend it.
That's good. And what's one piece of advice you would give for a first timer?
Pretty much.
Are you okay, Andrew?
Yeah, you okay, buddy?
Do you need somebody to come give you the Heimlich maneuver or something?
No, I'm okay.
One piece of advice.
Yeah, one
Make
piece of advice.
Make sure that you have a plan for an end game. I don't think doing this long term. I've always just kind of danced back in and out of it, right? I do this in little spurts. Get my money to get onto whatever the next thing is. This time I might spend a little longer than I planned because I do want to try and learn to be a first cook and a chef. But I would definitely make sure that you're setting your money aside. Don't live with what you're earning, because you shouldn't plan to keep earning that way, right? People get stuck into debt. They get their new vehicle and their big house and all these toys and bells and whistles, and now you're roped into all these payments, and you're also roped into working shift.
Can't make the payments on it. It's no fun. Yeah.
Right.
That's
So
true.
yeah, just make sure you're being smart with your money and you're doing this with an intent.
That's one thing my dad was good at. He never bought anything with credit. He always bought with cash that he had.
Yeah, I never understood. I have older relatives of my family, and they've done that too. And I'm like, how did they manage to actually, like, you could actually picture them stashing it like away or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Under the floorboards.
Yeah,
something like that. Yeah, your
a
imagination.
metal saltine cracker tin.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, they don't
Yeah.
have all those.
I
That's what
had
you.
somebody I
That's
used to take care of that had one of those.
yeah. I mean, I used to save money, physical money when I was younger, but I never that much to where you could like buy an item like that. But yeah, some of those older people are like, I refuse to pay interest. I'm not paying,
Yeah.
anything on credit. I'm like, well, good for you.
Yeah.
I never quite figured that one out.
Well,
I don't
and the
know.
ones that didn't have bank accounts, I don't know about you guys, but mine cost me like $20 a month. That adds up real quick. Like
Mine's $9.
Mine's free.
Just to maintain the account, right? Is that what you're talking
Yeah.
about?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's such a bullshit scam that they force you into
Yeah.
this
I
electronic
don't know
money
what mine
and
is.
everybody into this, and then they're gonna have the nerve to charge you for it, where it wasn't anything we really asked for anyway. I mean, they are moving more and more away from physical cash and forcing you to this, and then to have the nerve to charge you, and then nothing's gonna get cheaper. They're just gonna keep charging you more just to manage your money.
What you call it is becoming a thing.
Yes, what
Instead
you
of
call it
money.
Bitcoin.
electronic.
Oh, like Bitcoin and stuff?
No,
Andrew?
the other one. Shit. What's it called?
Some kind of digital currency?
Ethereum?
Yeah.
I'm
There's a
not
lot of
getting
them.
into any of that myself. I don't know about you guys.
No, I don't. I tried to sign up for a Bitcoin account because I wanted to buy something with Bitcoin, and I couldn't figure it out.
Tell me
Yeah.
it wasn't an NFP.
No,
Okay.
it was some kind of torrent site or something. I wanted to pay for a service, an extra service that they offered, and they had a Bitcoin option, and I was like, what? I can't figure this out,
But
Yeah, right now it just seems more like a speculative investment, just like stock or anything else, rather than something that people are freely buying things. There are things you can buy, but you hear about it being traded more than you do actually being used.
It's not.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. Yeah.
You all right, JJ? Is it happening to you too now?
Oh, what the heck?
I hope I don't catch what's on this show. This show got a virus. What's going on?
Should have never talked about COVID. What's happening?
No, that must be it must be a jinx or something.
You know what? I bet you none of you do any of you watch or know who Naomi John is?
I have heard of her from you.
Her intro is trash.
Oh, okay.
I think it's epic. I love it. Well, dear friends,
and finally,
sorry about that.
If you weren't doing this, what would you be doing? What would you like to do?
I mean, aside from the obvious of like having my channel blow up and just podcasting and shit, probably like running a wellness center.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which I may end up doing someday anyway.
Mine is helping run something like a broadcast station for people with disabilities who love sports.
That would be cool.
Excellent, bro.
Hi, boyfriend.
It could be you and boyfriend.
Yeah,
boyfriend show.
There we go. Yeah.
The Special Olympics are people that have disabilities and stuff. That's something to really call about. Just to see.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't believe that he doesn't have a more direct advocate. It doesn't seem, they can connect him with things like that.
Yeah, it's a shame, really, because he has so much potential.
Yeah.
Well, you've got a great online resume. It's just a matter of finding where you got to send the link to.
Yeah.
Maybe one of us can look into that.
Please.
I sent you that thing on Facebook, so hopefully if you call that, they can tell you what to do from there if you look into that.
Well, there you go, yeah.
Just got to make the phone call.
Tomorrow?
I'm not good with talking on the phone.
Ow! Bullshit!
I started and
Thank you, JJ. Thank you.
Well, the good thing about them though is they're understanding and they work with people that have physical challenges and different things. So they're gonna be
Yes.
listening to you no matter how you sound.
That's
like
right.
I sound okay talking on here, but when I talk on the phone with someone I do not know and I can't see their face, I get all nervous and clenched up.
You know,
Well,
Andrew.
I think that happens with anyone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we all can have that
Yeah.
initial nervousness, but then you just pick up the phone, dial the number, and it's okay. It's
Just
okay.
tell them you're looking for opportunities. Tell
Yeah.
them your situation. You're just looking for opportunities to be involved. You're not even looking for a paycheck. You just want to be involved.
I
Special
Before
Olympics
you
I
make
is
the
a
phone
great
call,
organization.
Mm-hmm.
start
I
thinking about how great it would feel. Start imagining yourself manifesting, being there, doing the actual broadcasting, and get that excitement up inside of you and get that smile on your face, and then pick up the phone and they'll hear you smiling and they'll hear your excitement, and it'll probably be a lot more comfortable too.
Hmm.
But you know, when I'm doing a call to somewhere I have never called before, or I don't feel comfortable calling, I always like to think of the first thing I'm going to say and repeat it in my head multiple times so I don't forget it and get hung up on that, and then just go from there. Just
I
say
used
what
to
you got to
write
say.
stuff down and make notes before I would make
You can do
important
that
phone
too,
calls.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's also a good
actually,
way.
some
For
bullet
real?
points on the screen of your
Because
computer.
I literally have thought about doing that, but I thought people would think it was
They're not going to
weird.
see your notes, Andrew.
No,
You're on the
they're not even
phone.
gonna know. They're not even gonna know.
No, just have bullet points up on your screen.
Mhm.
Lead with that.
Yeah.
Play the bit and
Yeah,
then
there you
start
go. Yeah,
talking.
yeah, that would be the best.
So I have one question.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you said that you were gonna do the wellness thing, does that mean like a mental health or like a wellness for like homeless people?
That's a separate one. Like I had mentioned on 2 weeks ago's video. Um, that's something that I would just like to. It would be separate. It would be separate. To make a
Okay.
long story short, it would be separate. There'd be wellness retreats and then shelters for people that have nowhere to go. The wellness retreats would cost some money, and the shelters would obviously be free.
Oh, we got
Oh,
Lost up in here.
hi, Lost. Feel the same way sometimes. Oh, about talking on the phone, I bet, right?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so. Yeah.
Yeah, we all get weird about phone calls. I think that's a pretty human thing, pretty universally human thing.
You have to practice those skills, though. They don't just happen.
No.
I always
That's
hate when I
why
have to leave the
that's
message at my doctor's office, and you got to tell them your name and your phone number and why you called. And I'm like, "Hi, my name is this, my number's that, and I'm
Yeah.
calling with my condition.
I
Please call
forgot
me
to give
back."
my phone number one time, and they couldn't call me back.
That's what I get,
Yeah.
and that's what I get nervous about. I'm like, did I get the number? Oh shit! And then you got to call back again. Yeah.
Yep.
We're only human, though. You just got to try, and it's okay to make mistakes.
that's why I like doing email, but email isn't sometimes the best way to do things. Calling
There
is
is no try. There's no try.
Well, maybe call them and ask
Only
them if they
do.
have an email
try.
because of your situation that you can communicate with them through, and then go from there.
Yeah.
They might let you do that. You never know till you ask.
Yeah.
yeah.
You got to try.
Yeah. You just gotta try, man.
Take a chance.
Live your most fearless life.
That's right.
Like I was
Start out with ordering a pizza and then move your way up.
I don't know if it's fearless necessarily that you can start off with, but you can at least make the attempt to take a risk at least.
When you
Get
talk
out of
on
your
the phone,
comfort zone.
when you talk on the phone, it's best to be standing. You think quicker on your feet. Doesn't help Andrew though.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, Lost, you're the best.
Damn.
Because eventually,
I know it ain't that kind of show, but
It's still
eventually,
funny.
I was gonna
Oh, it is
call.
definitely that kind of show.
I was gonna call my favorite baseball team and see if they could help give me a job for marketing or something for the Brewers.
Do it, yeah.
I mean, you never know. Just try. Just make a leap, and it doesn't have to be anything, big or anything. Even if it's just talking to them, just to see what you can do.
Yeah, yeah. And I mean, you're gonna get shot down. You're probably gonna get shot down a few times on certain things,
But
but
you are
just
titanium.
try it anyway. Try it. Who cares? You know what? If you
You and
don't,
Sia.
if you don't, part of life is failing. Part of life is failing until you
Yep.
succeed.
Apparently, I've been doing that a lot.
No. If I may interject here, I
Okay,
don't
you
use
never
the word
fail.
fail anymore.
You never fail.
There are no failures. There are only outcomes.
That's right.
I
That's
did
a
this,
good way to
and
look at
this
it.
was the outcome. So let's try doing it this way now.
There we go. Yeah. That's an even better way to look at it. Yeah.
There are no failures. There are only outcomes.
Well, that outcome wasn't what I expected.
Right?
It's something to
dear
learn
friends,
from.
I feel like an hour is a great length of time. It's a lot longer than I had anticipated. Izzy did take Amelia down to the pool. So
Oh, okay.
I think I will go join them because I feel bad that she came here to do this and she didn't end up getting on, and I don't want to leave her down there for too long.
Yeah. What do you do, eh?
Yeah, I will get her back for an interview at some point, though. And I don't want to do that every time with this. That was just the idea for this one. What now? Actually, Andrew, did you have any ideas for what you
How about that?
Ideas for what?
for what you'd like to do next week on the show?
Let's talk about our
Let's
favorite
talk about sex, baby.
sports.
Andrew, I don't know how many times I have to tell you I don't watch sports, so I wouldn't have anything to say.
Yeah.
Let's talk about dealing with peer pressure.
That's a good one.
Oh,
That's a great
oh
one.
Jesus.
That's something I could get into. That's something I could contribute to, you know.
I love it. Sold. Next Wednesday, we're doing peer pressure, although I don't know at what time.
But yeah,
We'll
Lost
figure it
has a
out.
good idea here. Andrew, maybe you would enjoy working in a job in social media for a baseball organization.
That's a good
Yeah.
idea. You can tweet at the Brewers all the time since that's your team.
There you go. Yeah. Maybe they'll throw you something.
That's how you do it. You got to use the vehicles that you have available to you, like social media, and you're doing a good job picking up your podcasting and your lives. So
That's
yeah,
right.
it's a good idea.
Yeah, you have a very extensive online resume.
For sure. Yeah.
Okay, friends, are we all copacetic? We're all comfortable to go enjoy our most fearless lives?
For sure. Yeah, it was a good one.
Yes.
Glad you all joined us here, and we will see you next week.
Yeah, well,
Next
and
Wednesday.
it's pretty likely I may be in town until Thursday.
All
So we should probably all see each other again, as far as I'm aware. I'll keep you posted, but I should be able to make Thursday's show.
Okay, cool. So tomorrow.
Yeah, sorry.
All
Yeah.
right.
No,
Okay.
is tomorrow Thursday? Yeah, I guess.
Yes,
No,
today's
I'll
Thursday.
definitely be here tomorrow. So
Yeah.
we will all see each other on the ghetto. Or no, sorry.
The
It's now
TGB
G-
podcast.
Sorry.
Yeah.
There's a
Well,
flawed
artwork.
shift work.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, the new
Look at that.
logo.
Beautiful.
Fresh artwork. Thanks, Stormy. Woo.
Could you make me
Yeah, you're
one
welcome.
for my channel? So
I've already
it
been
does-
working on it, actually.
Oh, wow.
Oh shit!
Got some surprises.
Uh-oh.
Aw. Can't wait to see it.
Yep. You'll
Okay,
see
so
soon.
you guys tune into the Ghetto TGB podcast. I'm so sorry. I will get it right eventually. It's a
Eventually.
muscle memory. Tune
Yeah.
into TGB podcast on YouTube every Monday, Thursday, and Saturday.
Yes.
Correct.
What time?
8:05 p.m. Mondays and Thursdays, and 6 p.m. On Saturdays.
Five
what else
Those are
are we
Eastern
plugging?
times.
5 Central. That's
Yes,
fine.
Eastern time. Yeah.
Some more plugs. Who's gonna take the sports show?
You can check out me and Andrew. I help Andrew host his show called The Sports Heads every Friday on YouTube at 8 p.m. We'll put out those links on Twitter usually, and you can come check us out over there. Check out BF's Armchair Comic page on YouTube. You can find old episodes there.
Something came out today. Big breaking news.
Oh well.
In the sports world?
Yep.
Oh, you know what? While you guys are all here, I want to ask real quick. I saw in a post that there was a surprise ending to the episode. What did I miss?
What you gotta watch it.
Oh.
It's
You talking
not
about
really
Monday?
Yeah.
About this past episode?
It's not really.
so.
It's not really something we want to discuss.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Just go back and watch all those.
Check out the ending. Yeah.
Just gotta
All
look with your own eyes and hear with your own ears to understand.
Yeah.
Fair enough. All right.
For sure.
Okay. Thank you all ever so much for being here for this. You are all gems. I love you so much. To the viewers, thank you ever so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the very first podcast, or whatever we want to call this.
I'd say it's a podcast.
All right. Mixin with Matt. We don't know what time the next Wednesday's episode will air, but as soon as we all figure it out, we'll let you know.
All right.
All right. Goodbye, everybody.
See you
Bye
guys.
for now.